My name's Grant Cardone. This is the Cardone Zone every day, every damn day. I'm going to show you how to get money a lot cheaper than this. Hey, get yourself in a position to sit in that chair right there. Are you the solution or are you the problem?
Yeah, well, we're talking about what does it take?
They don't know you, and they're not thinking about you.
They
do
forgot
know
you.
you, and they're not thinking about
They
you.
forgot you. My name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone Zone, where I wake you up, I shake you up, I punch you in the face, but mostly, I'm that good uncle.
What's happening, Grant Cardone?
Yeah, what's happening, man? You got a deal or you got a question?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jared Glant on the Cardone Zone. This is Young Hustlers every Thursday at noon, East Coast Standard Time. This is the sales show. Let's see, eight and a half years ago, be 9 in September, that I've worked with Grant. And so when I started, we had 5 employees, and we were in a tiny little office in LA. I've been a part of the company growing to what is today, a 25,000 square foot building, 125 employees. We put on the largest conference on the planet of its kind, and have a great sales team, great business here. And so the purpose of this show is to bring you some sales tips, some things that you can do today that will help you make more money. And basically I just want to open the book up. We do a lot of things here that work really well. We try a lot of things that don't work. So the purpose of Young Hustlers is to help you keep that hustle young and strong, whether you're 25, 35, or 55. You got to keep the hustle young if you want to achieve 10x. And so today I've got a great show. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a great show, because I'm talking about your top 3 sales prospects, your top 3 people that you should be able to go to get business. Now, let me just tell you let me preface this. This list of these 3 things are things that you can control. Now, if you're a salesperson somewhere, you work for a company, there isn't a whole lot of control that you have over the leads that are given to you, right? I could go turn the leads off today, and my sales guys wouldn't have any leads. They can't control that. So when I was moving my way up through the company with Grant, I always looked for the things that I could control, because I can't control the economy, I can't control the product, I can't control the weather, I can't control the ad spend at the time, I can't control a lot of these things. And when you try to obsess about the things you can't control, what ends up happening is you end up feeling you end up coming up with excuses. Excuses and reasons why you can't do something. There's zero room for excuses if you want to be successful. And so for me, that was the difference from me going from $100,000 a year to $1 million a year in income. Was taking responsibility for things, taking the things that I couldn't control, moving them to the side, and focusing on the things that I could control and being great at them, and then scaling them out. So today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 sales prospects that you actually have control over. This is the best place to start. So number 1, existing customers. Existing customers are a great place to start when you're looking to sell something. Why? Because they're already sold on you or your company or your product or your service. So the next question is, what are you going to sell them if they're already an existing customer? This is where you need to start getting creative. So existing customers, a great way to monetize an existing customer is to sell them an additional product or service, right? Hey, we've been working with you. We've done a great job. I'd like to show you something new that we're working on. Right now, we have our automotive division. We're the number 1 sales training company in the automotive industry, and we just launched a new suite of software products for automotive. So right now, we've got clients that have been winning and crushing it on our training platform, and now what we're doing is we're taking those customers and we're saying, hey, we've just developed a brand new software It's crushing it in all the stores that we're in right now. And based on our existing relationship and the fact that we've done really good business with you before, we'd love the opportunity to spend a few minutes with you, show it to you, see if it could be a fit for you. Like we're going straight back to a customer that we already have. We're not going out and trying to get a new customer. We're not making a cold call to somebody we don't know. We're going to what we call our power base. The people of influence, your circle of influence, the people who know you, love you, trust you, like the people you already have a relationship with. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make in sales is going outside of that circle of influence to start doing something. So whether you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you're a salesperson, you've got to start with the people that are closest to you. It's the way that you'll get the most success the fastest. So we need to look at our existing customers and say, well, what else can we sell them? How else can we monetize the client? So number one is take them a new product or a new service or a new offer. The second option you have with an existing customer is changing their contract with you. So like one thing that we'll do is if a customer is like 3 or 4 months away from their contract expiring, what we'll do is we'll reach out and say, hey, if you renew for another 2 years, we'll credit you the 4 months that you have remaining, and we'll basically give you 4 free months of service by locking in a new agreement. Helps them out because they have now probably on average $6,000 to $10,000 in cost savings because they're adding basically paying for 20 months on a new agreement and they're getting 4 months for free. So it helps them out. It helps us out because it secures the client again. Everybody's a winner, right? This did not require me to make a new call. If you love making cold calls, believe me, this is an easier call for you to start with. These are the low-hanging fruit. Like, you walk by the tree and you just braze up against it. You just knock the tree and then stuff starts falling off. Existing customers are your low-hanging fruit. So whether you sell cars, whether you sell boats, whether you sell spas, whether you sell insurance, whether you sell whatever you sell, your existing customer base is the first place that you should go. Not to mention the fact that when somebody has already agreed to do business with you, this pulls on the second sale, which we talk about in Cardone University. When you bring somebody else a new offer, it actually reinforces the first offer, the first decision that they've made to do business with you. So we're pulling on a lot of these strings here, but existing customers, a great place for you to start today to get new business. So number one, sell them something new. Number two, offer to improve their situation. Get you a new agreement, get you 4 or 5 months for free, however your product or service is set up. For re-signing and recommitting to our organization to help in your company. So existing customers, number one. The other thing that you can get from existing customers is going to take us to number two. The number two top prospect that you have, that you have control over are referrals. Referrals are probably the most underutilized source of deals for any salesperson. There's a statistic that says 91 or 92% of people will give a referral, but only 11% of salespeople actually ask for them repeatedly. So how do you fix these two things? Number one, for existing customers, you have to have a target. We do everything based on targets. Where we don't have targets, we don't get results. So we have to put a target in place. So what is your target for selling a new product to an existing customer, if you have a new product to sell them? If you don't have a new product to sell them, what is your target for improving their situation on a new contract or a new agreement or a new buying cycle with you? Once you have a target, it's going to be a lot easier for you to push towards it. When we come back, I'm going to get into the rest of the list and take some calls. This is Young Hustlers.
$10 million to put on this event, somewhere around $10 million, probably over that, I just don't want to admit it.
No one fills up a stadium with 35,000 people for personal development.
They're not only coming back, it's growing.
So to be here and to be able to listen to several, you're going to get so much information.
And I think what Grant Cardone has done maybe better than any person in the world is he has empowered people. He's 10x'd them.
The fact that Grant is around all these people, I know he's doing something right.
We just came from Poland, from Romania.
Coming all the way from Israel.
I'm from Italy. We are very excited to see Grant Cardone.
I've been following Grant for about 6 months, and it's been the craziest 6 months of my life.
Ever since I started following Grant, my money's doubled.
We've had 300% growth in our business. In 1 year, we've increased our sales by $250,000. A few years ago, I was in a car accident. I hit a tree at 120 miles an hour. I woke up not knowing 10 years of my life, so I was lost. I went from just being a leasing consultant with a $25,000 income, now I'm making 6 figures, and it wouldn't have been possible without Grant Cardone.
Something's really wrong with Grant. He's so crazy, man, but his craziness is so compelling. I'm attracted to crazy people, because in order to be successful, it's got to be something wrong with you.
It's possible to live your dream if you work hard, if you're consistent, if you follow the Cardones.
But you can no longer afford to play small, to think small, or to act small.
So you guys could leave here and say, I just went to the best conference I've ever been to.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Young Hustlers, and we are back. Today we're talking about your 3 top sales prospects, the ones that you control. I mean, look, everybody can get a lead, right? Like anybody can get a lead. For me, a salesperson becomes a salesperson when they can create something. That is when you become a true salesperson. That is when you become free. That is when you take control of your ability to produce and create. And that's when you actually start getting some confidence. A lot of people are operating in fear every day. A lot of people are scared. They're like, what would I do if I lost my job? What would I do if the economy crashed? What would I do if my company went out of business? You know why they do that? Because they don't trust their ability to produce, right? Take leads away from you, and then what do you have left? Take your leads away from you, and what do you have left? You got you, and now you got to make a decision. Are you a salesperson or not? So what I would do, take the leads off the table. Find your top 3 prospects. Number 1, existing customers. What can you get with your existing customers? What can you upsell them on? How can you improve their situation? How can you repackage their agreement? Like, what can you do to additionally monetize somebody who already likes you, already trusts you, already is doing business with you, already is paying you money? That's the first place you need to start. The second thing that you need to do is you need to take that existing customer and you need to create referrals. This is the second top prospect that you have. 90+% of people say that they will give a referral. Less than 11% of salespeople actually ask for them. What is your target for referrals? When was the last time you got a referral? Dude, imagine if your business was 50% referral based. You know how awesome that is? Like, you know how freeing that is? Like, you start creating business for yourself without having to pick up the phone, like without having to do a bunch of like LinkedIn research, cold emails, face-to-face cold calls. Like there's people today, now probably more so than ever, because of social media and the tools that you have available to promote yourself, your company, more importantly, your customers and their success. Like there's deals that just come in out of like the social media space, like all over the place. I spoke with a guy the other day. He's like, dude, I have a multiple 7-figure business. My entire business is driven on Instagram, and it comes from word of mouth referrals. So I was like, what do you mean? Like you don't reach out to people? He's like, I reach out to nobody. People reach out to me, and then I select who I want to do business with. Imagine if you were a salesperson and you were in that position. Okay? Now, the thing I don't like about his business is it's solely relying on one thing. It's relying on Instagram. If Instagram changed something, if Instagram goes away, if Instagram goes down, then so does his business. So that's the thing I don't like about his business. But imagine if you could get into a situation where, like, you got to pick and choose who you do business with. Now, if you get a customer and you take care of them, and you create a raving fan out of them, and you deliver at levels that are so far beyond what the other people in your space are delivering that people are like, they want to evangelize for you. We have people that do that all the time for us, like Josh and Rochelle Solon. They're from the UK. They have a gym. Great story. They were trying to get a gym started. They were sleeping in the gym. They had a baby, and they were sleeping in a room in the gym on a mattress on the floor with their baby in between them. Because they were scrapping trying to make this thing work. They get on Grant's programs. They get on the 10X rule. They get on Cardone University. Today, I think their business did like $6 million last year. They're opening gyms all over the UK. Now they're trying to bring it to the US. Dude, they got control, right? They got control of their business, and then now they want to evangelize because they've had such a big success with our program. So what can you do to create raving fans? Dude, these people are closing deals for us. They're like, hey, call this guy. He's ready to go. I talked to him. All you got to do is send him a contract. I mean, so these are the things that can actually happen in the sales game if you operate at the highest levels. People will evangelize for you. People will pitch your deal for you. People will talk you up so well to potential clients that like 90% of your job is done. People will they will throw referrals at you. I haven't talked about a lead yet, like an inbound lead from an ad that we ran. I haven't talked about a cold call. Like all those things are important and they'll come, but start the closest you possibly can to you, your immediate circle of influence. Number one, with your existing customers. Find something new to sell them. If you don't have anything new to sell them and they're doing business with you, find a way to guarantee that business for the future. So maybe you sell something that goes month by month. Maybe you take somebody that's doing well with you and you say, hey, look, I know you guys are killing it. You know, I know you guys have had massive success with our program, our products, our services, whatever the case may be. You know, because you've done so well, I know that you'll take this offer. This isn't something we publicly offer, but I'd like to offer you the ability to go from $1,000 a month to $800 a month by signing a 12-month agreement with us. We don't do this publicly, but I want to reward you for being such a great client, and I know that you'll see the value in this. Dude, imagine you can have that phone call. My wife's selling coaching now, you know, so she's starting to sell coaching. I'm like, why don't you sell a coaching package? Like, why don't you sell a 3, 6, 9, or 12-month package instead of just doing it a month at a time? And guess what she starts doing? She starts selling packages of coaching. Like, so you got to start thinking creatively with how you take an existing customer and multiply and further monetize them, right? This is all predicated on you having a great product or service. Like, if you don't have a great product or service, none of this stuff will work for you. Okay? So number one, existing customers. Number two, referrals. How can you take each customer that you have and make 2 or 3 customers come from that one customer? You take one customer, their success becomes 3 more customers. Then you take those 3 customers, you get 3 referrals from each of them that turn into deals. That's 9 more customers. 3, 6, 9. Those 9, 3 more, you see what happens? Then next thing you know, dude, I'm not making cold calls anymore. I'm servicing business. I'm doing a great job. I'm making phone calls to existing customers. I'm saying, dude, you're happy, you're killing it, you're crushing it. You love my product, you love my service, you love everything about my company and who we are and what we do. Give me the names of 3 people that are like, they will take my call because you tell them to, and they will like literally just fall off the tree. Give me 3 names. Who are they? First 3 people you think of, who are they? Dude, and if you do your job right and you deliver a great product and a great service, they will willingly give these people to you. Dude, we haven't made a cold call yet, right? We haven't spent any money in advertising yet. These are things that you can control, okay? So the third thing, the third top prospect that you have, this is going to be a little like, you're going to have to change the way you think about this. The third top product that you have, top prospect, is your competition's customers. Now, you're probably like, my competition's customers, why would I call them? Well, I would say that they're extremely qualified to be a client of yours. They're already spending the money on it. They already have a need. You know they're already spending the money on it. They probably already know you and who you are, right? So now it becomes, can you stand in the ring and go toe-to-toe with your competitor? See, these were the things that when I was growing within the company here, from 6 figures to 7 figures, these were the things that I was like, dude, where can I start? Where can I start easy? Like, I was terrible at cold calling in the beginning. I got great over time because I had time, but in the beginning I needed money. I didn't have time. But I wasn't gonna bail on the cold call thing. I just said, hey dude, I'm gonna allocate this much time of my day to cold calling. I'm gonna have this percentage of my time allocated to supporting existing customers so they become raving fans, so they start throwing leads my way, right? Then I gotta go from existing customers to referral customers. Then I gotta go, okay, who do I already know that's spending money? So like I was cold calling car dealers in the beginning. I was cold calling car dealers. There's only a small percentage of car dealers that will actually spend money to invest in training. That's what we sell. We sell training, right? There's only a fraction of them that will actually spend money to have a third-party company come in from the outside and train. So I wanted to hang out in that space. So for me it was, okay, how do I figure out like who the competitors' companies are? Or I got to go to my competitors and find out who they're doing business with. This is really easy to do. All you do is you go to your competitors, every competitor that's in your industry, and look at their case studies, look at their testimonials, look at all this stuff. My competition's website became a lead source for me. Like, think about that. Like, it became a lead source for me. Now I know I've got somebody, like, there's already a small group of people who are qualified and capable of buying the product, right? Willing to buy the product. So within that small little pool, now I got to find every opportunity possible. So I've already got my customers. I'm working those customers for referrals, right? And then within that pool, I've also got the competition's customers. Makes sense to go after them next. At least it made sense for me and it worked out, right? So like what you need to do is find out immediately today, who are your top prospects? Problem with a cold call, depending on how cold it is too. Like if you're just calling down a list of people, you're not even doing any type of pre-qualification. Like you're running really low conversion rates. Like at least lock into an industry or a sector or a client or a prospect type where you know they're qualified, you know they have a need, you know that like they have the ability to pay. Like some clients that would be a prospect for our corporate training program, like they'd love to do it, they have a need for it, they just don't have the money for it. The company's too small to support it, right? So you got to find these little pockets where you can do business. You can find the low-hanging fruit that falls off the tree, and then you can start adding those other things like ad spend. Then you start adding the things like increased cold calls, but play in the backyard as long as you can before you go out into the neighborhood. We got some callers? All right, who we got?
Vinny Coco in Las Vegas.
Vinny Coco.
Hey, Jared, what's happening?
Vinny C, what's happening, man?
So I'm sorry I missed you in Miami. Our business is scaling in Vegas, and I'm enjoying your show right now.
Congratulations. What's your business?
We sell coconuts to the resorts and all over Las Vegas.
Is that where we get the Coco from in the last name? Was that a legal name change?
We're doing a legal name change this year.
My man. Commitment right there.
So my question to you, brother, is kind of a who's got my money question. You know, I've seen you guys raise millions of dollars in crowdfunding. We just opened up a crowdfunder. We raised, close to 60 grand already. But, it's tricky navigating some of these markets that are so new. Equity crowdfunding for non-accredited investors it's kind of a whole new game. Not a lot of people know how to do it.
Yeah.
So how are you guys pulling this off?
We're an anomaly. Like we have something that you don't have because we have Grant. Like literally, right. It's not how do we do it? It's did we get the legal structure set up? And then how often can Grant go online and promote it? I mean, like literally fish jump out of the water into the boat. So, like you won't have the ability to do that. Like not everybody does. Right. Most people don't, in fact. That's why we're kind of in a unique position and we're doing things that have never been done before because it's kind of this perfect storm of massive social audience plus, in our case, the real estate thing on the back side of it. Like there aren't a whole lot of people that buy the deals that Grant does. I mean, you know, he's going up against some of the biggest financial institutions in the world.
Right.
And so within the multifamily investment community, like Grant's probably like one of the top 100 investors in the country. And so there's already a small pool of people over there, but there's nobody over there that has the personal brand that Grant does. So like what you need to then work on is like you need to go back to power base, like exactly what I'm talking about here in the show. Like you need to start with your circle of influence, and then how many people can you get in contact with that know you, that trust you, that believe in you, that if they can't contribute, they can connect you with somebody who could be interested in it. You know, what can you do leveraging the assets and the resources that you have within your company now to use social and you like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram to get your message out in an organic way, right? Like, again, this is before you even get into paid. We spent 5 years building our organic content, our organic social audience. Like 5 years was all strictly organic. Then we started spending money. So I think that there's a couple entry points for you. Number one is how frequently are you banging on all these social platforms, getting your message out about what you're doing, what you're about, and why people should invest with you. And then number two is, you know, what are those immediate lines of influence that you have within your power base that can create some opportunities for you?
Awesome. Yeah, well, that's where we're at. We're organic, and I go live. I play ukulele. We're in all the resorts in Vegas, so just one coconut at a time, baby.
Dude,
What are we doing?
Crack those coconuts, bro. Love it. All right, appreciate your call. Hey, when we come back from the break, we're going to go into some more callers. We got a few more here, and we'll wrap up the show. We're talking about sales prospects today, your lowest hanging fruit. We'll see you right back here on Young Hustlers.
Hey, my name's Grant Cardone, and for over 30 years, I've been working with professionals, business professionals like yourself to make them better, as well as some of the largest companies on this planet. What I want to share with you today is that education is changing. Do you want to make more money? Do you want to have a competitive edge in the marketplace? If so, I have created a number of courses that you will find, first of all, are very short, that are available to you 24/7 from a phone, a tablet, or a computer, and that are relevant and current to what you're going through today. Mastering the cold call, sales prospecting, the theory of closing sales. These are just some of the courses that we've created for you. We're going to get you the confidence. We're going to get you the skills so you're more valuable in the marketplace. Check out my courses now. Hey, my name's Grant Cardone. This is the Cardone Zone every day, every damn day. I'm going to show you how to get money a lot cheaper than this. Hey, get yourself in a position to sit in that chair right there. Are you the solution or are you the problem?
Yeah, well, we're talking about what does it take?
They don't know you, and they're not thinking about you. They do know you, and they're not thinking about you.
They forgot you. My name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone Zone, where I wake you up, I shake you up, I punch you in the face, but mostly, I'm that good uncle.
What's happening, Grant Cardone?
Yeah, what's happening, man? You got a deal or you got a question?
All right, we're back, Young Hustlers, here on the Cardone Zone. This is the place every Thursday at noon. We go live, and we give you tips. Like, all I'm doing is I'm taking, hey, what worked for me, and how can I pass that along to you? What have I seen working next to Grant that will help you because it helped me? That's what I'm here to share. So if you have questions about things that have happened along the journey, call 305-865-8668 and ask. Right? Simple as picking up the phone. And as a matter of fact, we have a couple callers, so let's go to the callers.
Jaime in Texas.
Jaime, what's happening, bro?
Jared, how's it going, brother?
Good, man. Real good. What's your question?
Awesome. I get a little mixed up right now sometimes. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you guys. With my school, it's been I have a safety school for refinery workers out here.
Love it.
I got on Cardone U. We went from $2,000 a week to this week $25,000 a week. Last week $22,000 a week. Before that was $28,000. So
Wow.
amazing. I love it,
dude. Unreal. By the way, he's talking about Cardone University. Cardone University is a program right now. We sell it to companies and we sell it to individuals. We just launched a promo on Cardone University where a single person could get access for $99 a month. Go to cardoneu.com to take advantage of that offer. That's cardoneu.com. What's your question, man? Love hearing about your success.
Definitely, I love it. We have it for 7 salespeople here. It is amazing. But I'm starting to get into a kind of a whole kind of thing because we're advertising a ton, but we're limited only to refinery workers here, where there's only, I don't know, like 150,000 for all the ads that we put out there on Facebook and stuff, and it's become way harder. What can you do to get a ton more people in situations like that? Like, I mean,
well, again,
stuff
if you're,
like that starts.
Yeah, so number one is, if you have a limited pool of people, if there's only 150,000 people that are in your pool in your area that you can market to, the first thing that you're doing is you have to advertise them, which you're doing now. But what you're saying is you're kind of running out of steam. So the second thing that you have to do with your advertising is you have to improve your creative dramatically. So like if you're using paid ads, then you got to start like getting really good at creating good creative. Over the last 3 or 4 years, the importance of ad creative on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube has exponentially increased because more and more people are adopting this as a primary source of advertising. So there's more people on the field. You need to be more creative in the ways that you're standing out. So improving your ad creative and then looking for different ways to connect with these people. So organic content, what are you doing? What are you putting out there that's actually going to attract these people and bring them in? Number 3, what types of events or what types of support or what type of value can you provide within the marketplace that will actually attract those people? And then number 4, what can you do to locate those people and go after them? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like they're working in the
definitely.
refinery. Dude, go set up a freaking lemonade stand outside on a hot day. Like, hey, refinery workers, free lemonade. I'm joking. But like, dude, find out where they're at and go to them and bring something of value. You know, like a lunch and learn. Go by the refinery. Hey, I want to buy everybody lunch. You know, if you'll give me 15 minutes to talk about what I do for refinery workers.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's the only kind I have, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm definitely going to try that or do that. I know right now we're just cold calling on different companies, or not companies, but refinery workers with the leads that are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's going great, but it's becoming harder. And the bad thing about that is that's when you start thinking about, man, what else could I do? And that's bad. It takes off the focus of it.
Yeah, well, you got to get more creative. You don't have to bail on the deal. You just got to get more creative. So
definitely, I appreciate you, sir.
Yep, dude, appreciate your call. Thanks for calling in. Jaime in Texas, you the man. I'm glad to hear you doing well with Cardone University and crushing it with those refineries. Next caller.
You got Josh in the Florida Keys.
Josh in the Keys. Josh, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
This is Josh from Professional Plastering. I run a construction company. We did about $3 million in sales last year, or 300 houses, average $10K.
Love it.
We don't have a sales team,
Mm-hmm.
but we get a lot of referrals. Everything we get is inbound calls, referrals, or existing customers that have already gone with us, and a lot of so the referrals, right? Just this last month, we did about 80 estimates, and out of those 80, I'm going to say we're going to get 20 of them, right? So one thing that we have a problem with is, like this customer right now today, he has a big house. We're going to do a stucco drywall framing. It's going to come out 60, 70 grand, and he just doesn't trust us. So I'm bringing him to a client that we're doing now. This house is 300 grand, the work that we did to it, and so it's coming out amazing. We're almost done. The client's going to show up. He's going to love it. He's going to buy it from us. But I can only do that because we're working on the house now. So imagine when we're not working on a 300K project and the client asks for, hey, can I see some work?
Yeah. So here's what you do. Take before and after pictures of every job that you do. Get videos from each of your clients after you've done the job and it's been successful. Implement, and if you want to find a way to get those videos, implement a follow-up strategy where every time you do a job, you follow up like 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days after the work is done just to check on them. Hey, how's everything going? Anything that you'd like to address? Everything. I just want to make sure you're good to go. This could also be an opportunity. Is there any other work that you need done? No, everything's great. It's been awesome. Really appreciate that. Hey, our business is driven exclusively off of satisfied customers, and I would be forever grateful if you could shoot a quick 60-second video on your phone just talking about the level of service and the quality of the work that my company's provided for you.
That sounds awesome. So here's the last thing. We're at 3 million. We want to take it to 30, 40, 50, right? It's my dad's company, and we have about 24 people. The only thing that I see as holding us back is I have the vision, I have the drive. I want to implement all these new strategies, but my dad's more old school, and so are the people that kind of work with him. So I've invited everybody to 10X. Only I showed up, and my dad missed the first day. I dragged him along the second day. He was sleeping halfway through it, right? But he's already told me, this company's yours. Do what you need to do. Get it going, right? So I'm super motivated. I show up every day. Today I did about 5 estimates this week, 15, and I talk to new homeowners every day I've never met before, right? And I build the trust right there on site, and they usually call me back and give us the business. But
yeah, dude. So social proof from third parties is like one of the most powerful trust building tools that you have. So if you think that will be an issue for you moving forward, start something today that will get you testimonials. Create a book. Create a book of success. Like, hey, this is, hey, obviously when you're getting work done like this, it's important to know that the company, bring it up. Like, don't wait for them to bring it up. Bring it up preemptively. It's really important that you're working with a company that you can trust. Not just that they're going to do the work on time, but that the work is going to be done to a level of quality where we're not going to have to keep coming back. So this is our client book. These are some of the jobs that we've done. These are before and after pictures with a picture of the client and then also a few sentences about their experience working with us. All of these people are open for phone calls. Maybe you say, hey, look, I'll give you 10% off, like for a client you've already done a job with. Hey, if you'd like to participate in our referral network, anytime you need work done, we will do it for 10 or 15% off of the price. If you would be willing to shoot a video or accept a phone call from a prospect in the future that we're looking to do business with.
What could I give out?
What?
For free giveaways, like a downloadable PDF, instructions on what we do, how to do it. Like, say they don't hire us, but they still want to know what we do, how we do it. Well, we could create a video saying the process and.
Nah, I mean, not so much the process about what you're doing, but like, you could create I'm just trying to spitball here because I don't really know your business that well, but let's say that people, like 5 tips to remember when you're remodeling. The 3 biggest mistakes people make when hiring a contractor, like pitching into the problems that somebody that's in market is going to be evaluating when they're going through the decision process, right? So if you can actually go in and you can use your content, like those interest points that I just gave an example of, and there's probably 50 that you can think of. But if you can use those interest points to capture somebody when they're at the higher end of the decision funnel, before they actually start shopping, then you can control them the entire process and you can actually secure the business before they go out and start shopping.
All right, and last question. So we do get commercial bids at times, and some of these projects go $900,000 to $1 million. And in order for us to get it, we need 70% finance up front. And also, how do we get in the door when they just don't know us, when we're not doing commercial jobs for them already, and they already have their bid list where they already send out their bids to certain subcontractors? They send it to us too, but it seems like we're just not getting them as much, probably because of trust, maybe because of price or value. I mean, we price things fair. We're not overpriced, but why can't I get these $1 million jobs as easy as I can get these homeowner $300,000 jobs?
You just got to follow up. You got to be creative. You got to be persistent. You got to, and if you get people on the phone, just ask why.
Just ask why.
Hey, man, I understand you went with, Johnny's restoration. Totally appreciate. I can totally respect that. You know, I want to make sure that moving forward, I have every opportunity of doing business with you. What do you need to see different? Like, what is it that you guys are looking for to select a company? You can ask them on if they give you the opportunity to call before they land on somebody. Ask them, what type of company is going to win this bid? You know, what are the important things that you guys are looking for in a company that's going to perform this work for you? You know, like try to air that stuff out before you go in and make a proposal. You know, if you're even getting on the phone with them, you know, like if they're engaging in the communication with you, then you just need to ask those questions.
This is the very last thing. So we don't have a sales team that pushes out sales. Like you guys are consistently calling people, following up, cold calls, all that. We literally just get phone calls in and we take them and I go do the estimate, talk to the homeowner there. I would like to create a sales team, right? Make 100, 500 calls a day, pumping out to every business, offering our services, and really, you know, building the trust within the community of who we are so that way when the time comes, they call us. Like the hurricane that just passed down here, everybody was calling us. But once it stops, nobody calls, right? So how can I build a sales team that's going to be good, that's going to be efficient, right? I hired a couple people the other day. They're just driving me nuts because they didn't have what it took to make things happen.
Yeah, but are you expecting them to come in and know how to do the deal, or are you taking responsibility for it and saying, no, I'm gonna teach you the way that this needs to be done?
Yeah, I can teach them the way it's going to be done, but it's that effort. Like you tell somebody move and they're not running, they're going turtle speed or something.
Yeah.
I tell them, hey, pay attention.
Well, dude, if you're gonna end up owning the company, you just got to know, like, dude, very few people that you're going to hire or you're going to interview or you're going to look at are going to have the same passion and commitment to your business that you are. I mean, it's just the reality of the situation. So what you need to do is figure out, what can I do to put a training plan or process in place so that when they come in, they're drinking the same juice that I am. You know, incentivize them. Like this, you get into whole org structure when you start having this conversation. Like, what are the processes you have in place to onboard somebody, to make the calls? What scripts are you giving them? Like, where are they getting the data from to call? Like, you just got to map all that stuff out.
Perfect. I'm going to the boot camp in March for Grant.
All right, man. Well, come grab me. We'll take a picture together. I want to meet you.
Perfect, Jared.
All right, bro. We'll see you there.
Bye.
All right, so there you have it. 3 of your top sales prospects. Number 1, existing customers. You want to upsell them, improve their situation, maybe add term onto the contract that you have with them. Number 2, referrals. These are like, they're coming from a trusted source. They're the easy phone calls to make because you're making them to satisfied customers in the most part. Low-hanging fruit here, referrals. Number 3, the competition's customers. This is a little bit harder call to make, but you know they're already a customer. You know they're already a prospect. They're qualified to purchase. They have the wherewithal to make the decision. All you need to do is go in and plead your case and why you're different, why you're better. And again, if you are better and you do the right things and you do persist like a professional, then it shouldn't be too hard because the bar is pretty low in most areas. So I hope you are able to take those tips and apply them, make some money with them. What I'm talking about today, it's all come from this program right here, Cardone University. This is a $20,000 program. At the beginning of the year, we decided that we want to get it out in front of more people. We had 30,000 people, 34,000 people that bought tickets to the 10X Growth Conference, and the amount of people that had high 6-figure and 7-figure successes based on this program right here, it was like I couldn't keep up with them. They were coming so fast. So we decided that like this program needs to be in everybody's hands. We're going to make it affordable for everybody. If you want to do better, you can afford $100 a month. If you want to make more money, you can afford $100 a month. If you're making $2 or $3 grand a month, if you're making minimum wage, you can afford $99 a month. Because I promise you that inside this program, you will get the tools to produce at higher levels, to be more confident, to make the call, to do the follow-up, to do the hard things, and then you're gonna like understand the principles of what it takes to be successful. Everything Grant has done to be successful in his career is all buttoned up and it's all put in this program right here. So all you need to do is go to cardoneu.com. You can get access for it. There's no contracts. It's $99 a month. Stay on it as long as you want. We're releasing some new things to help people go even deeper with this. You'll hear more about these in the coming weeks if you're currently on the program. Super excited about it. This is going to be a major play from us. We want everybody in the country to be on this program. We want people around the world to be on this program because it changes lives. It changed my life. It took me from making $3,000 a month to making 7 figures a year. And I don't know if it's going to do the same for you as fast as it did for me, but I promise you, if you don't have it, you can't use it. Sign up today, CardoneU.com. We'll see you next week.
Hey, my name's Grant Cardone, and for over 30 years I've been working with professionals, business professionals like yourself to make them better, as well as some of the largest companies on this planet. What I want to share with you today is that education is changing. Do you want to make more money? Do you want to have a competitive edge in the marketplace? If so, I have created a number of courses that you will find, first of all, are very short, that are available to you 24/7 from a phone, a tablet, or a computer, and that are relevant and current to what you're going through today. Mastering the cold call, sales prospecting, the theory of closing sales. These are just some of the courses that we've created for you. We're going to get you the confidence. We're going to get you the skills so you're more valuable in the marketplace. Check out my courses now. Hey, my name's Grant Cardone. This is the Cardone Zone every day, every damn day. I'm going to show you how to get money a lot cheaper than this. Hey, get yourself in a position to sit in that chair right there. Are you the solution or are you the problem?
Yeah, well, we're talking about what does it take?
They don't know you, and they're not thinking about you. They do know you, and they're not thinking about you.
They forgot you. My name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone Zone, where I wake you up, I shake you up, I punch you in the face, but mostly, I'm that good uncle.
What's happening, Grant Cardone?
Yeah, what's happening, man? You got a deal or you got a question?